Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy winning Wednesday to each and every one of you. So, y'all, it's the middle of the week, and so that means we only have 2 more work days.
Phone book update failed.
Thank you very much. And the weekend is here. So I hope you all are having a wonderful week. I know I certainly am. As always, my weeks they're quite busy, but they're productive. So I really can't complain. Okay. So right now, you guys, it is 73 degrees. Come on, somebody. 73 degrees. Didn't start out that way this morning, but it is nice outside. And I believe it's going to be in the 70s for the next couple of days. I want to say we might be looking at some rain on Saturday. Not quite sure, but right now it is nice outside, so I will take it. Now, let's jump into today's video because, as I told you all on Monday, that this week we were going to be talking about narcissistic behavior and things of that nature. So today I'm going to be sharing the signs of narcissistic abuse. Okay, so here are 5 signs that you may be suffering from narcissistic abuse and how to handle them and improve your mental health. So let's jump right on in. Number 1, a person is plagued by self-doubt. So they find it hard to make the simplest decisions. This is because they no longer really trust their own judgment. So if you find, now understand what I'm not saying. Understand what I am not saying. I'm not saying that just because you can't decide on what it is you want to do or where you want to go or whatever the case may be, that you are being abused by narcissists. I am not saying that at all, because guess what? We all have a time or 2 or 3 or 4 where we have some self-doubt. Let's just keep it real. That's all a part of living, okay? We have all wanted to do something, and then you kind of let self-doubt creep in just a little bit. Some people follow through with it. Some say, wait a minute, hold up, I can do this. But if you are one of these people that you constantly, or as I like to say, habitually live with self-doubt and you don't trust your own discernment anymore, that could be a sign that you are being abused by a narcissist, because that's what a narcissist will do. A narcissist will have you second guessing everything that you do, from the smallest of things to the big things. Okay, so just keep an eye out on that. Number 2, a sense of helplessness. So it feels like nothing you do works in that relationship, no matter what they try to do. Honestly, due to the type of relationship they have, nothing is going to work. The sad reality is that helplessness is the last stop before one gets to hopelessness and depression. So if you are in a relationship with someone and they make you feel like you are helpless, and you are even on the borderline of feeling hopeless, that could be a sign that you are being abused by a narcissist. Now, keep in mind that a narcissist is not going to just hit you over the head with these things all at once. These things are going to come about slowly but surely. But I'm just trying to give you some things to look out for. And if you know someone that's dealing with the things that I'm sharing with you, and they will be in the description box, keep an eye out for that as well, because if you say you care about this person, then you need to pull them to the side and say, hey, come on, what's going on? Because I'm noticing ABCXYZ, what's going on? Number 3, social withdrawal. This is a huge one. So people are oftentimes embarrassed and ashamed or humiliated because they are in this relationship. They can't see a way out. They are often afraid of being judged. They feel silly and or stupid that they allow themselves to even get into this situation. So again, if you know someone who has always been an outgoing person and they love to just get out, they love to be around people, and people just love them, and all of a sudden they've gone to becoming a recluse where they don't like to come out, check on that person. Talk to that person. Look at yourself. If you're watching this video and anything that I've talked about so far is something that you are experiencing, listen and talk to yourself. You're withdrawn for a reason. Because like I said, you think that everybody knows about this relationship that you're in, and chances are they don't. But in your mind, you think that people know. And you're one of those people, you're like, God, how could I have let myself get caught up in this situation? I know I'm better than this, Lord. So just, keep an eye out on that. Look for it in yourself, but also if you know someone that's dealing with it, make sure you address it. But oftentimes they are afraid that if they share what's going on with other people, those people will tell them, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Will tell them they need to leave the relationship, and they aren't quite ready to leave. So that's another reason why a lot of times a person who's dealing with narcissistic abuse tends to withdraw, because and understand, it's not always about having visible scars, because 9 times out of 10 you probably won't see any visible scars, but they have scarring that's on the inside that you can't see. And so they're worried that if I see them, well, Michelle's going to tell me I need to leave, and I'm not quite ready to leave. Now, I'm not quite sure why they're staying, other than the fact that a lot of times people get caught up with a narcissist and they think, this person needs me. What are they going to do without me? To be quite honest with you, who cares? Who cares? Okay? And let me just keep it real, because that narcissist is out for themselves. They just want to control you. That is their goal. That's all they live for. Okay, so understand that. But when a person is not ready to leave a relationship, it makes them a little uneasy. And you all know this, just because I'm pretty sure everybody at some point in time has had a friend, or they've known somebody who was in a relationship with someone that was physically and or verbally abusive towards them. And your mind is saying, why don't they leave? Why are they staying? That person means them no good, and yet they stay. What is wrong with this individual? But I have come to understand over the years that people are not going to leave a relationship until they are ready. You can want it for them all you want to, but until they're ready, they're not going to leave. And that's just the way it is. And that's kind of how, when I tell you all that I love you and I want nothing but the best for you and I believe in you, I can do that from now until Jesus comes back. But if you don't believe it for yourself, it's going in one ear, coming out the other. Number 4, there is a lot of anxiety. So we all live with some anxiety, but this is a very specific kind of anxiety. It's anxiety that comes from helplessness and constantly worrying things like what will they do if the relationship ends? What will happen if they stay in the relationship any longer, etc., etc. This anxiety can and most often will affect the person's eating habits, sleeping habits. It becomes an overall sense of worry about everything, which becomes extremely overwhelmingly to the individual. And again, I said that, remember I mentioned that a few minutes ago, where this narcissist is making your life miserable as hell. I'm sorry to say that, but that's exactly what it is. And instead of you worrying about yourself, you're worried about them. Well, if I leave, who's going to make sure they take their medicine on schedule? Who's going to make sure their bills get paid? Who's going to make sure this? Who's going to make sure that? Who's going to make sure the other? I don't know. And to be quite honest with you, you shouldn't worry about that either. And you worry about them so much that it becomes overwhelming to you. And in my mind, like I said, I can't understand it. I don't understand it. Why you are so worried and or concerned about someone who lives every day to make your life as miserable as possible. You don't see it now right away, but that's what they do. And yet you're worried about, what are they going to do without me? Who knows? Who cares? Let them figure it out. Let them figure it out. But sometimes you do have people that have a need to be needed. Let me say that one more time. There are some people in this world that have a need to be needed. Like they just have to be needed by somebody. And I am so thankful, Lord, that I'm not that person. Number 5, last but not least, a chronic sense of second guessing themselves. So the individual will sit around wondering, what if I had done this, that, or the other? This will cause the person to become paralyzed where they are, and that no matter where they move, i.e. to get out of the situation, to tell anybody or any other area of their lives, they are going nowhere fast. So once they become stuck, they will then second guess every decision they've ever made in their lives. And we started out talking about that. But when you get to the point where there's a chronic sense of second guessing, this is when it's really bad, because that's when you start to second guess everything that you have ever done in your life. Everything going back to your childhood, you start to second guess. Now, granted, there's nothing you can do about it because it's done and over with. Anything that I said 5 minutes ago is done and over with. I can't go back and change it, so there's no need to second guess it. You know, it is what it is. But when you get that person who chronically second guesses themselves, honey, they are like so far gone. It's really sad. It is. It's really sad. And I know you're thinking, but Michelle, why don't these people just leave that relationship? Well, I gave you reasons. They'll be in the description box, but I gave you reasons. They can't leave the relationship because they're so worried about the individual that is holding them down. But again, once you get to a point where you are at a chronic sense of second guessing, you, like I said, you will second guess even the smallest of things. You will second guess. You can pull into a parking space and go, I wonder if I should have parked over there. Or maybe I should have parked back here. You see what I'm saying? So now you're sitting in the car instead of you just going in the grocery store. You're second guessing why you parked where you parked. That's how serious it gets. And it causes you to become stuck. And if you think you were stuck before, honey, you become so stuck that you are never going to be able to move from that spot, because that person, that narcissist, is so embedded in your mind that you are just truly stuck. And it's going to take almost an act of Congress to get you unstuck. Because like I said, when you get to a point that you start second guessing everything that you've ever said, everything that you've ever done, everybody you've ever dated, any investment that you've made, any job you took, all of that good stuff, it's really bad. It is really bad. So hopefully something that I shared with you all today either helps you, or if you know someone that's dealing with these issues, that it helps you to be able to help them, to say, listen, I noticed ABCXYZ. I need you to go get some help. And I mean, seriously, go with them if you need to, but get them to go get the help that they need, because it only gets worse. It doesn't get better. Now, having said that, you guys, I'm going to let you be, because this is the girl needs to go get some. I didn't have any lunch. I need to go get some dinner, or early dinner, because I'm quite hungry. But I want you all to really think about what I shared with you today, because I want you all to live your best life possible. You deserve nothing but the best, and I don't want you accepting anything less. Now, having said that, if you're new to watch my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I do car conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So make sure you come on back on Friday and again on Saturday, because we're still going to be talking about dealing with the narcissist, because I guess I just did not really realize how big of an issue this truly is in the world in which we live. And the honest reality is, not me, but the honest reality is that somebody that you know, chances are, somebody that you know, be it family, friend, co-worker, or otherwise, is dealing with a narcissist. They, excuse me, they may not have shared that with you, but somebody that you know is dealing with a narcissist. And I just want you to be able to help them see that where they are is not where they have to stay. Okay? If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. You know I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there, enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Like I said, here in the DMV area, it is 73 degrees. I think it went up to 76. Might have been 78, or maybe that's tomorrow. I'm not sure. But the next couple of days, y'all, it's going to be beautiful here in the DMV. So I am truly, truly thankful and excited. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you go, whatever you do, whoever you hang out with. Have fun, but do so responsibly and be safe. Be safe, because I want you all to come back here on Friday where I can speak life into you one more time. Love you all. You know the drill. You know the spiel. There is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that can change that. Love you to the moon and back. Talk again on Friday.